Let me get my phone ready. Okay, we are officially live, and we'll see if anybody shows up. Okay, this is so weird. Look, this is like, oh, now it's gone. It was like it's stuck on you. It's, it's like you're trying to Skype in. I'm gonna decline this, and hopefully it doesn't hang you up. Oh,
Okay.
it didn't hang you up. You're good there. So, is anybody out there? I'm gonna go to my. I'm going to. Hey, everybody. Hey,
Hey,
V.
y'all.
Anybody there? Okay, we are live. Let me just make sure. Yeah, there we are. I can see us right there. Somebody's. Oh, that was me. I was like, somebody's out there. I'm like, oh no, that was me. I just did it. Oh my goodness! I'm sharing it on the interwebs.
On the interwebs. There we go.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. Please don't mind the sound because I'm about to share.
Elizabeth.
There we go.
Hey, hey, Diana. Oh, well, good evening, everybody. Good morning, whenever you're here. Hey, if it's not 7:03 Eastern Daylight Savings Time on a Monday, October the 3rd, 2022, you are watching us in the replay. So we are not live anymore, but we are live if it's that time where you are right now. So hello, let us know where you're watching from if you want to. You don't have to, never feel pressured. But Elizabeth and Diana, it's good to see you. I know there's a couple others out there, fly on the wall, and we don't mind that. So V, your hair's just killer tonight. I love it. What did you call it? Your what?
I'm really Mad Hatterish today. It's just
Oh,
not
I
real.
love it.
Yeah, I'm giving Mad Hatter vibes today. No makeup,
Oh,
fresh face, bare, the whole nine.
nice. Hey, Louis,
Hey, Lewis.
you are
Hey,
live with
Diana.
us. So we will be doing some readings probably in about 10, 15 minutes, but we usually just chat while some people show up. I literally at 12:30 a.m. this morning got home in our house. We woke up at 6 a.m. Norway time, or I should say Netherlands time, which would have been 12 midnight yesterday or 12 in the morning yesterday. And so we
Hmm.
woke up at 6 a.m. and basically we got in our house at 6:30 a.m. the next day. So 25 hours.
Right.
And I literally the first plane ride. It's daylight all the way here. I'm watching movies. Didn't sleep at all. Fabian was over there sleeping. We landed in Detroit. I was so close to you. I
I
know.
know.
I was so close to you, but we literally had like 2 hours to go through customs and then
All
immigration
right.
and get back on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
But then we took a second flight to Orlando, and then hey Brenda, and then oh my gosh, from New Mexico. I was like Mexico, New Mexico, and then our plane landed, and we Ubered home. Like I said, it was 25. And I probably got about a 15
Wow.
minute, 2 15-minute naps on the second flight.
Okay.
But just had an amazing trip. Norway is gorgeous.
Ugh,
The ports we got to spend a day in Amsterdam. We got to spend a day in Rotterdam. And
nice.
then we went to Oslo, which was this gorgeous big city. We went to Flam, which is a tiny fjord city with like 350 people.
Okay.
We went to Stavanger, but it's Stavanger, which is a medium-sized city. Kristiansand, not Sand, no, Kristiansand, not Kristiansund. And then the second round leg, we went to Bergen, which is the second largest city, formerly the capital. And
Hmm.
then, let's see, Us, Us, Usland,
Slim.
Ulsund, Ulsund, it's Alesand, Ulsund.
Oh, oops.
Um, oh my gosh, where else did we go? Some funny other names. But anyway, we went to like 8 ports plus the Amsterdam and Rotterdam ports. Just amazing cruise. Holland America is a top-notch ship, and we already said yes. We'll be back next year as we go to Finland, to Sweden, Latvia, Estonia, and 2 German ports next year in the Baltic Sea. So,
Nice. Hey,
hey,
Annette.
Annette.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, so we're excited. We had a great time. It was good for us. It was good for our souls. The weather was amazing,
Oh.
42 to 62 degrees, the highest. So every morning we had to have a jacket on as we got off the boat. Average
Mhm.
16,000 steps a day.
Nice.
And that includes the sea days. So on the sea days, I was only getting like 10 to 13 because my goal was never getting below 10. One day we got 25,000 steps, which is literally 13 miles. 13 miles of walking. Hey, Enrique.
Yeah, it just seems like a cruise. It's like the best of both worlds. I've been on one in my life so far, but it's like the ship alone is just like, whoo, yay, all the fun. And then you get to get off and go places and have even more fun. So,
Your
yeah,
hotel room follows you. The For me, the positives are it's so easy. Everything's paid for.
right.
You get to like meet people and make some cool connections, and you see them. There we were there 2 weeks, and there would be people who we would. It's 2,600 guests, so sometimes you don't even see people ever.
True.
You never run into them. Um, and then for me, the negative side is you're not immersed in the culture because you usually arrive at like 7 a.m. You're back on the boat at 5 p.m. So you have
Mm-hmm.
the day to go and see,
Mm-hmm.
where you're not getting to spend several days in the same city.
Right.
But it absolutely is just fun to go and just pop into each of the ports and wherever you go. So
Nice.
yeah, we had
Nice.
fun. So what's been happening with you? I know we chatted a little bit about the last couple of your weeks.
Oh, y'all, listen, sis was down for the count. This Virgo season is usually my high season, because my birth chart, I'm a Virgo rising. And so when Virgo hits around, it's like first house, it's like I'm ready to go, like let's get it done. But not this time around. Like I had absolutely no energy to do anything. Um, I uh kind of took some time away from my business. I took some time away from social media, and just needed to rest. And like I said, usually that's like my planning month of when I'm excited to kind of organize and plan as Virgos do. But I just did not have it in me. And then the retrograde rolled around and it was just like, yeah. So yeah, I really just spent some time just kind of being away. What were you gonna
Because
say?
so this is where I got confused. The retrograde started in Virgo, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then because I didn't understand that because I'm like, oh, it's Virgo season, it's Libra, so it's retro Mercury retrograde and it's Libra, so it's Mercury retrograde in Libra, but somehow it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand why it's not, but I kept seeing enough people posting it where I did a quick little research. I'm like, oh yeah, because I was thinking it would go into Libra. What are we in right now? We're in Libra now.
Right.
I figured, yeah, I was thinking it was going to be mostly in Libra.
Gotcha.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's
But
confusing.
it just turned direct yesterday. But
Yeah,
we've Libra season since what, the 23rd?
yeah,
So yeah. But in that time I went on a hot air balloon. That was pretty dope.
nice.
One of my mom's bucket lists was to do a hot air balloon ride. And so that was awesome. I mean, it was just absolutely beautiful. We did sunrise. So our balloon was taking off just as the sun started to come up, and that was just an experience all by itself. She ended up getting a new puppy. So we have a miniature schnauzer in our family. Her name is Mira. We call her Mimi. And she's the cutest little baby. Like just full of energy and love. And yeah, so that's what's been going on in my world. Oh, I'm
And
getting
were
ready
you
to graduate for my certification too at the end of October. So
getting ready to what?
graduate for my certification.
Ooh, nice. And will you get to see Mimi a lot? I can't remember if your mom lives near you or like.
Right. Yeah, my mom lives
Okay,
like 10 minutes from me, maybe a little
okay,
less.
cool.
Yeah, she's not far at all. So I call her and I talk to her, and my mom's like, "Come get your sister." I'm like, "What'd she do now?" Like, she peed and pooped next to the puppy pad. I'm like, "Oh." So they're still working that out. Um, but she's a little country girl. We drove about an hour and a half to go procure her from a breeder. And so she's got a long list of papers and lineage and everything else, and it's pretty dope. But she's a little country girl, so she's out in the backyard. She's like eating the leaves and jumping after sticks. And I was like, you can take the girl out the country, but you can't take the country out the girl.
Nice.
So,
Adorable. So
absolutely.
I'm going to be reading because we're in October.
Yep.
So I'm going to be reading with the Zombie Tarot this
Mm-mm.
today, tonight. And then next one, next time, I'm going to do the Halloween Tarot. When we get in 2 weeks, I'm going to do the Halloween Tarot in a couple weeks because that'll be
I think I'm
fun.
gonna use I forgot the name of it. Black in the Moon next week. But this week I am using the Gothmancy deck, Divination in Darkness. So this is
Nice.
me using this evening. Um, so yeah.
Cool. So we're going to use some fun stuff because it's all over especially Twitter, the Twitter world. It's like, it's October, people. We're
Spook.
officially celebrating a spooky Halloween. Everything is spooky, Halloween, pumpkins already.
Spooky.
Usually pumpkin spice is coming out early, but this is
Yes.
even earlier. So, well, let's get some. I almost said victims. Let's
Ah,
get some.
yeah.
Are you
Let's do.
frozen? You are frozen.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a good image, but you are frozen.
Boo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm seeing if it's on
Interesting.
my big. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you're totally frozen.
That's weird.
So, people in the chat, let us know if B is moving or not. So, hey, Carrie, Annette from California, yay. Hey, yeah, if anybody else wants to post where you're viewing from, great, but you don't have to. Don't feel pressure. I'm in the Central Florida, Orlando area. V is in Frozen Land.
I am from Detroit, Michigan, a D-town girl.
So, Diana, you said nope, and Annette said no. So, I'm assuming that was to my question of is V moving? So, V, you're
Huh.
not moving.
All
She's
right.
not moving. Thank you, Annette.
Should I call in again?
Yeah, try to do that, and let's see if it'll help.
Let's see if I do this.
Oh, yeah, just maybe take the camera off, put it back on. Yep, I can see your eyes moving. Yay, you're moving.
I'm back. Sweet.
Oh, cool. Hey, Carrie from Iowa, wonderful. So here's what we're going to do. If you are new to this psychic shenanigans, and listen up. If you're a regular, you know what I'm about to say. And because it's been so long since we've been on, if you want a reading, then what you need to do to give us permission is in the chat type the word me, M-E, meaning you, but it's me meaning you. So type the word me, and I'm going to take the first eight, and we're each going to pull one card, give you a reading, no questions asked. We're going to just let spirit tell us what we think you need to hear. So it usually is about 30-second lag. So if you don't hear your name for 30 or 40 seconds, that's because we're waiting for your name to pop up. So let's see, we've got Carrie as
Gary,
number one,
Natalie,
Natalie number two,
Carol.
Carol three,
Hi, Trisha.
Trish the Dish. What's up? So we've got Carrie one, Natalie two, Carol three. Who wants to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? We've got
Diana.
room. Diana is number four. You're welcome, Natalie. And if we don't fill up, then we'll do one. Annette is number five. We'll pull a collective if we don't fill up for anybody. And if you don't want to say me and you don't want to be, put on the spot, you can always piggyback with somebody. But there are like 15 of you out there watching right now. So, hey, if you want to get a reading, we're going to pick 8 people. We've already got 5. So there's 3 spots left. Just type the word me, which gives us permission to give you a 1-card reading. We're going to each pull a card and give you a reading. And that will be that. I feel very relaxed tonight.
Me
Not that
too.
And well, and I'll be honest with you, it could be because I don't feel tired, but
Mhm.
I do feel like I need to get a good night's sleep. When I'm done with this, it's going to be like 8 o'clock.
Lights out,
We're
lights
going
out.
we're going to bed. I'll probably be asleep by 8:30 because right now it's 1 in the morning where we've been for the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it adds 6 hours. Natalie, you said you got a reading from was it from me or from V? I'm assuming probably from me. Oh, for your cat, yes. Yes, Trish, we flew into Amsterdam and the Netherlands and got on a 14-day cruise. All the ports were Norway except for Rotterdam and Amsterdam, where we started and ended from. So, all right. Anybody else want a reading? Just type the word me in the chat. We've got Carrie number one, Natalie number two, Carol number three, Diana number four, Annette number five. Trish, it really was wonderful. We had a great, great time. Lots of fun, lots of rest.
Hmm.
Oh, Natalie. Oh, I'm hoping that the reading did give you closure, and sorry for that.
Sorry
I
for that.
know the feeling. Know the feeling. My husband and I have said goodbye to 6 animals in 16 years together.
My goodness. 16 years y'all been together that long? Good God.
In January, yes,
Woo.
January the 25th,
I love it.
2023 will be 16 years.
I
Dun
love
dun
it.
dun. All right, so we're gonna go with what we've got, and then we'll do a collective.
Okay.
Yes, Diana, my house was okay. We had somebody staying with the kitties, and of course, they had the day off during the hurricane blowing through. Um, oh, Natalie, I'm glad it helped. Yeah, so yeah, everything was good. Just a little water inside because we're surrounded by cypress trees. Everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!" But you don't understand. Cypress trees are thick middles, and the wood is hard wood, and then the branches that come off are smaller branches. So if they snap, they're just landing on top of the house. The challenge is at least one landed on the screen and went through. So we'll just have to replace one panel up in the screen. Not a big deal. But yeah, it's like oak trees, and I'm thinking oak trees are the big ones that usually fall and collapse.
Hey,
Hey, Bo! Bo's here.
Bo!
So, all right. So, we are going to give 5 readings and then we'll do a collective at the end. So, if you did not get on the reading list, you can jump on by choosing your own head. You don't have to say it out loud. Piggyback on one, two, three, four, or 5, or just the collective, which will be number 6. So, Carrie is going to be first.
I'm jumping on 3.
Okay, so miss you too, Bo.
Miss you, Bo.
So V is 3. I'm gonna go. Gosh, Mitch is going 2. What's Mitch is sleep deprived. If he's picking
Going
an
on.
even number. If
I'm
he
picking
picks an even number. Ah. All right. So Carrie is number 1. Anybody wants to choose or piggyback on number 1? This is gonna be for you. I'm using the Zombie Tarot, which is really quite. For me, it is very, very. It's a great deck to read from. I mean, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Um, it speaks
visceral.
visceral. It speaks loud and clear to me.
And I am reading from the Gothmancy deck. So,
Gothmancy.
the Gothmancy.
All right,
All right.
Carrie.
Carrie's number 1. All right, Carrie. For you, we have the star. All right. And so this star here is talking about rejuvenation. All right. The star comes after the tower. And so there may have been some things coming down in your life, some things that have needed to come down for a while, some dismantling, whether that's externally or internally, but just really getting down to your building blocks, the ones that are your base or your foundation. And so now with this star, you're giving the opportunity, you've been given the opportunity to begin to rebuild. This time you get to build it in the way that you want it from the ground up. You're not coming in midway and trying to make the best of something. You are actually working from a place of this fertile ground. All right. The star here talks about optimism. It talks about hope. And it's related to Aquarius and even the Fool. And so, with that being said, you're being asked to have these very strong, high-minded thoughts about what you're wanting to build at this point, using your creativity, taking leaps of faith, and really sticking with that sense of I get to create what's next, and I'm excited about it. That is what's going to carry you into creating this next system or this next structure, this next relationship, whatever you're moving into, with a sense of authenticity and authority behind it. Um, but it really is this space of looking up and being excited about it. All right. So grieve whatever has come down, but turn and start looking toward the future so that you can craft what it is exactly that you're wanting. Okay.
And then from the zombie tarot, we have got, I can't see what, I can't read what it is. Five of hazards. I was looking down here at the tiny print. So this is the five of hazards. Oh my gosh, you can see this deck is just crazy. So typically the five of hazards or five of pentacles or coins, which is going to be about feeling like there's a little bit of lack, feeling like there's not enough. But I love that it's a five, and five is a tipping point in numerology. So I would also say be really conscious of where you're headed, where you're going. You can see like even the light post is on its side. So your signals may be broken. You may not be able to see the signs and wonders out there. Also, there's a lot of stuff going on way in the background, so don't get distracted by what's going on in your background, in your mind, around you, in the other side of the office, and the other end of the house. Be focused on continuing to move forward, especially with all things money, resources, finances, body. That is all the earthly things, earthly stuff. Not our thoughts, not our emotions, not our inspiration and fire, but all the physical things around you. Um, and get ready for that tipping point. Again, if the number five feels very prominent for me when I read that today, I feel like things are about ready to change. And after five of coins, pentacles, or hazards comes six, which is bringing things into balance. It's more Taurus energy too. Um, and that next one, five or the six is the moon and Taurus. So, this is where you start to get to make those changes and feel good about it. So there you go, Carrie. Hopefully you said amazing and grateful. Wonderful. Anybody who chose number one, I hope that made some sense for you. Let us know if anything else connects and you don't feel like you have to. So we're going to number two, which will be Natalie. Okay, Carrie said spot on, and thank you. You are welcome. Thank you for hanging with us. So Natalie is number two, and this is the one I'm piggybacking on as well, which is so unusual. But hey, so number twos, but mainly focusing on Natalie.
All right. So Natalie, here we have the Chariot. This is another major arcana. So this Chariot here is talking about movement, decision making, willpower, related to Cancer. And so with this Chariot card, you are being asked to kind of pull two unlikely things together to make them work out for the greater good. This can be emotion and logic. This could be two partners that are just kind of opposite, business partners that are just a little opposite. But it's saying that getting things on board is important, or having the conversations to get things on board are important, because if one person or one entity falls down, the whole ship stops. Okay. So this is really about using what you have, communicating the best that you can to make everything move forward with um, power and control. Okay. Um, there's a lot of protection in this card as well. Once again, like I said, that Cancer is very protective over the path and the journey that you're on. So it's saying, hey, I'm behind you. Go. It's time to move. If you've been sitting too long, it's time to move. If you have to roll over some shit, excuse my French, it's time to move. Okay. So this is not about sitting still. If you're looking for the go card, this is it.
And I just kept hearing. Pardon me, this is not directed at you, Natalie, but I just kept hearing, "Move, bitch! Get out the way! Get out the way!" And then, but it was a little different. It was, "Move, bitch! Get out your own way! Get out your own way!" So
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
I think the overall message Spirit was giving me was, get out of your own way. Not so much move, bitch. I wouldn't say that to somebody I
uh-huh.
don't know very well. But for me, let me see what Spirit says. Who knows? Maybe that's what's going to come up. So, oh my God, the world. And look
Aha.
at this. Look at the world. The globe is like falling and burning. But the world is about closures, endings, completions. You can see this person, down in the bunker as the world is just burning and falling apart. You know what? Even though you're in the bunker, you're not gonna you're not gonna survive this because you're going down. But the cool thing is that this is about endings and completions, and everything that V said. I feel like it's leading you to bringing things to a close, and it's really interesting. I just got the image of. I don't think I've ever got this when I've said this card for the world card. And the image I see is like you're standing on stage, you're in a gorgeous gown, it's just you, there's nobody else, no chorus, no company. And the curtains close and as you bow, and the curtains close and you're like, and then there's this, I'm glad it's over. I've accomplished this. And it's
Mhm.
like as you turn to walk, you're like, this is done. There's going to be a big party, after party, but you're already got your next thing where you're going. So don't feel like there's going to be a long time between what you've got going on now and the next thing. As actors, a lot of times you finish one project and then you wait for the next one. If you're lucky, if they literally one ends and one starts, one ends and one starts. I mean, it's gig to gig, and there's not always just like a day or a week. Sometimes it's a month. Sometimes it's longer than that. But it's like this feels very determined and planned out. So I really like where this is going. But it feels good. All feels good. Whatever the closures, endings, and completions are, they feel good. Very, very logical. So, Natalie, I hope that makes some sense. Oh, and that was for me too.
Ah, ah, yep.
And yeah, it made some sense for me. Move, Mitch. Get out your way. Get out your. Maybe
Yeah,
that was. Maybe it wasn't move Mitch. It was move Mitch.
movement. Yes.
Out your way. Hey, Sharon. Thank you.
Hey, Sharon.
And next is number threes and Carol, along with V piggybacking.
All right, Carol, this one's for us and all the number threes out there.
And by the way, 12s and threes were all over the places for us, from seats to cabins to tables to, ticket numbers, everything on our vacation.
I love it. All right. You're so welcome, Natalie.
What did she say? Oh,
Oh, goodness.
whew.
Right?
I'm glad you thanked me and you're not cussing me out.
So, interestingly, you guys heard me shuffle and everything, and here we have the chariot again.
Oh,
So,
wow.
really, maybe it is for me as well with this move, get out the way. Um, so let me sit with this for a second in terms of the chariot.
Yeah.
All right, so Carol, and for myself and all the number threes, a little twist on this message here. It is still about movement. It is still about, overriding um, some stale habits or some stale patterns. And this card right now, it really feels like embodiment. All right. And so with the chariot, it has a lot to do, like I said, with that moon, that Cancer, a lot of that watery type of energy. And it's allowing yourself to actually get into the motion, not just think about the motion, not just plan the motion or the trip or the move or whatever you're planning to do or wanting to do. This is actually getting in the driver's seat of this chariot and deciding to move, like direct where this energy is going, so getting up and physically moving your body, whether that's with exercise or if you are sitting on a plan, taking that next action step, to get things off and running. I love it. He's on a motorcycle, versus a typical chariot. Um, And so this is saying also like when you take off, like things are gonna go. You won't be stalled. So you've been stalled long enough. It's time to rev the gears and allow yourself to take off. Wind in your hair, not a whole lot of stress happening. Just go. Okay.
And then Carol and V from me. This is the Two of Cups.
Mm,
Love, love, love this. So, and as you get up and go, look for your. This is funny tonight. I'm like, literally, it's movies, it's songs. It's like, Thelma, find your Louise. Louise, find your Thelma. Bonnie, find your Clyde. So look for someone to go on this road trip with you. Look for the partnership, the companion. But it feels more like you need them than you want them. So they might be a resource, a help. If
mhm,
you do go on a road trip, you need someone there to keep you awake. You need someone there to share the drive time so you don't have to, stop so much. You may want them there for company and safety, but you might need them there for more important things. So I feel like be conscious of who you can bring along for safety, for needs, rather than just wants. Yeah. And the Two of Cups, again, this is more Cancer. Two of Cups is Cancer from Zodiac. So there's a lot of, and Cancer from Zodiac, I'm letting my cheat sheet, nurture emotions, active feelings. It's the I feel, it's the crab, it's the crustacean. So I'm looking now. I'm looking to see if there's crab meat on the plate. I don't think there is. That would have been funny if there was crabs on there. It's like brains and stuff. so
ugh,
so yeah, find that partnership. Thelma, find your Louise. Bonnie, find your Clyde.
mhm.
Um, yeah. All right, Carol and V. There you go.
Thank you.
Next is Diana.
All right, Diana.
And I was trying to figure out who that person on the motorcycle might be because I think the star card, I think that was a David Bowie.
It was.
And is that might be the Cure, or like, is it Robert Smith or somebody of the Cure or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I think the Boy George of Culture Club. I think they were number like Six of Cups or something. I know they were Cups or Page of Cups.
Gotcha.
Carol says the cards are so fitting. Good, wonderful, good to hear. Hey Sue.
Hey,
Oh,
Sue.
glad that resonated with you, Sue.
All right, Diana.
And number fours.
And the number fours. All right, Diana, the number fours, we have this Ace of Swords. All right, so this Ace of Swords here, it's time to make a decision. Okay. This is the beginning of the suit. Swords are talking about mental communication, planning. And so it's a new idea. So if you have a new idea or if you've been sitting with an issue or a problem, it's really time to start to navigate how you're going to handle it. Okay. And if you know what the plan is, and it's time for you to begin to communicate it so that it can begin being executed. All right. Let me see. It's interesting because there's like a reflection um in the sword that he's holding. Um, and so I don't know if this is a case of needing to express something to someone. Um, because I feel like this person is standing in front of the sword, so they're looking at them. Um,
Somebody else is holding the sword because their hands are up. Or
yeah,
look at
right?
that.
Huh. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So there's a flower and then there's a pen. And it's interesting because it makes me think, like I said, a decision of communicating something to someone. But with this flower here, it feels very um pinning it in a flowery way, maybe. Having something to say, something to express, and trying to figure out how to go about doing it. Um, but either way, it's time to speak up. It's time to stop holding things internal and begin to use your voice. You can either write it or you can say it, or however it is that you needed to communicate it, then now's the time. Okay. If there's a decision that needs to be made, it's time to get off the fence so that you can begin the active planning for it. Okay. So look more
And then
today.
from me, we've got the Six of Cups. And oh my God, I just love these cards. By the way, this is the Zombie Tarot. So, also, with all that V had in mind, Six of Cups can be about reminiscing, thoughts from the past, childhood friends, memories, and things like that. But I really feel like as you're starting to communicate and do the beginnings of this, either pinning in a flowery way, take a moment to reflect back how you've done these things before, how they've affected you and the people around you, and show a little compassion. Six of Cups is Scorpio energy, very deep and emotional, intuitive. It's death and rebirth. So just be conscious of how your actions have affected you and others in the past. I'm not saying do it differently, but I just keep wanting you to hold the consciousness of how it's going to go down so that you're not caught off guard in the middle of pinning things flowery, new decision, beginning, whatever the Ace of Swords may be at this point. Um, there's just this conscious awareness. So this keeps coming through strong. So I would say really, 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 Diana, number four is be just very conscious on a daily basis. I'm going to say through the 10th of this month. So 10/10. So that's about a week from today. Be real mindful and conscious. Like set a reminder every day to remind yourself, you know, be in the moment, be in the moment, be in the moment. Avoid, knee jerk reacting to things right now, because that sword is sharp, and if you knee jerk react, you might cut someone or something or yourself when it was just simply out of a knee jerk reaction versus an intention and a chosen moment to do it, a thoughtful reaction to it. Yeah. All right. There you go. I'm done. It's so funny because I feel like one card is very voluminous today.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in Libra season, and Libras, can talk, you know.
Absolutely.
So yeah. All right. All right. Last dedicated person, number five, Annette, and then we'll do a collective.
All right. Annette, you okay back there?
I am. My throat's a little dry. Oh, Diana is a Scorpio. Yay.
All
So
right.
it could be more about you than others too. So Annette and number five.
Annette. And the number fives. All right. So, interesting deck. All right. Here we have the Three of Wands. And so, it's not great, but so there's Three of Wands here. Threes are a number of manifestation kind of coming together. This Three of Wands is asking you to put your energy out into the world. Okay, this is about sending your energy out or sending something out and waiting for a return on your investment, so to speak. But making sure that your investment is, if it's true and it's authentic, it's like polishing your magnet, taking things away from it so that when you do allow yourself to be seen, heard, you know, um, experienced, that you're receiving positive um, opportunities, situations, and people being attracted to you. All right. But it's time to stop hiding and hiding out or kind of standing behind the curtain, and really allow yourself to, um, for others to experience the fullness of you. Threes lead to a four, which is talking about this element of energy being safe and secure and having a grounding element to it. The only way to get there is to step out from in the shadows. Okay. Um, there's so much imagery here with snakes and like these three wands that are here, and this person looks like they're kind of conjuring some kind of magic. Um, and yeah, just all that you are, don't hide any of it. Allow it all to be seen. Your flaws, they make you flossom. Okay? So put yourself out there.
All right. And then from me, we've got four of wands. So we are moving along.
There we go.
Um, and as you flossom, you blossom flawlessly,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
or you blossom through your flaws. This is it's so funny because I want to say you'll find your stability, you'll find your playground, and your I just keep seeing images of a playground with friends and they're hugging and they're kissing, and they don't know the differences in people in the world and stuff and the yuck that we get taught and we get ingrained and trained and groomed. I hate saying all that stuff because it's very kind of political right now, but it's like you'll find your people. I don't want to say tribe because that doesn't feel the right word to say, but you'll
Mhm.
find your group, your niche, your those that you're going to hang with. It makes you feel like you're moving into this stable place, and whatever that may be. Let's say you're opening a new business, then you're going to find the people that are going to follow you. You're stepping into a relationship, you're going to find those that support that relationship as well.
Mhm.
You're got a new job, you're going to make friends and find your those that you can hang out with. But really look forward to, and I'm also being shown like make sure you make sure the four corners of your tent are in the ground securely, because once you start putting on the fabric, if it's not, it'll fall over. Something about building skyscrapers, there's the structure, then there's the skin, and then there's the decoration. It's like there are three parts to building a skyscraper. It's like the structure, the like you're walking through a big building and you always know where the structure, because they're big poles that are placed in weird places. You're like, why is there a big round pole like here? This is the worst place you could put this. They had to put it there, or else the
Mhm.
building would fall down. So I
Mhm.
want you to make sure that and it's not foundation, but it's the structure. I feel like the structure of whatever you're going through right now, whatever the changes, the movement, what V was talking about, what you put out is coming back. So whatever is like coming to full circle right now, make sure you've got good structure. Again, not foundation. This is very spirit, it's very specific. It's not about the foundation, it's about the structure now that you're building. Because once you start to decorate it, put the skin on, put the tent up, if the structure's not good, it's going to fall down and collapse. And this also has to do with like the people around you too. So be
Mhm.
conscious of where your energy is going, who you're spending time with, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. All right. So thank you. Hope that made some sense, Annette. And then we'll do a collective. So if you didn't piggyback and you want to jump on, or if you want to just say, hey, I'm going to go with the collective as well, then let's do a collective one.
I love it.
You just put your tent up like a physical tent.
I love it.
You're welcome, Sharon.
Welcome, Sharon.
We'll do one more collective. So if you want to hang around, or you know what? I want you to think of a question or an issue or something or an area in your life that you need some guidance on. And if you're watching in the archive, think of an area or a question or something, and this is going to help. It's spot on. Thank you. Oh yeah, she just put it. Oh my God, that's so funny. And this is what I love. Spirit's giving me the image of a tent. Four of wands. There really isn't a tent. There's the what's the hoop? What's the where do Jewish
Hup,
weddings are under
huppa, huppa.
huppah. It's not a tent, but I
Yeah.
just kept seeing the four things like you need those to be good. Then I kept seeing Fabian's tent for the marketing. If you don't have that down, especially with all the wind and rain. So all right, so think of an area in your life and just let these two cards give you a little guidance in that area. So for the
All right.
collective,
For
and
the
I'm gonna take
collective.
and I'm gonna take this collective too.
All right. For the collective, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is talking about new business, new money, new jobs. new opportunities rolling in. Okay, this is just the beginning. This is a seed that can be planted in terms of financial, material, health abundances. Okay. Um, there's a key in this picture, so definitely talking about success. This little door, it looks like the sun, but there's like this little door with the star here at the top, so it's saying whatever you're wanting to open, like this key is available to you. And the circle of the pentacle matches the circle up here. So it's saying that this is open for you so that you can begin to plant your seed of what it is that you want to work out for you. So great card to see. You're
And
thinking about work? Yes.
Polo's here. And then
Hi, baby.
from me collective, we have the Five of Cups. So it's interesting. I'm going to say it. You are wasting your emotional energy right now. I'm
Mm,
sorry. And this is, I normally would not say this about, graveyards and things like that, but it's like, they're not there. It's so
mm,
funny that I feel so strong about this card right now because I would be one to visit a graveyard for those who have gone. But it's like you're wasting your emotional energy. You are sitting there staring at a stone, thinking about somebody. You know what? You can do that pretty much anywhere. This is just such a gloomy image. So it's like you're wasting your emotional energy on stuff. It's time to get up and move on. Make sure you release, process, heal, deal, whatever you need to do with those emotions. But there is an element of wasting time and energy. Um, you know, I think this is very Buddhist. The Buddha will say there is suffering, but there's also optional suffering. And a lot of
mhm,
times I look at an animal and they suffer often, but they don't do the optional suffering like we humans do. When they get hit by a car, they're like, oh my God. And they go, that hurt. And they walk off. We humans get hit and we're like, why did they hit me? What did I do to deserve this? Oh my gosh, are they going to do it again? Every time I walk down this street, am I going to get hit? It's like, no, you got hit. The dog shakes it off best he can. And he goes on. They don't sit there and think, why did he do this to me? It's just like, ow, that hurt. And they move
right.
on. So avoid the optional suffering, and avoid wasting any emotional energy that you don't need to right now. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Green.
Yes, and see. Yes, Baird, using the zombie tarot because it's October.
Spooky season.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, that's it.
Hmm.
Zombie tarot. And also, just saying, the Zombie Tarot does come in an app. If you want to, get a little tester version of it, I think it's maybe like $6.99 or something like that. But it's a pretty powerful deck. I will say that for sure.
Mine,
So,
mine is around here somewhere. I think it might be on the other side of my shelf here.
so V, as you're looking for that, what you got going on in your world?
Right now, um, I'm like I said, I'm finishing up my certification, and I have facilitation sessions coaching sessions that I'm needing to submit, and I'm actually looking for one more person, deeply discounted rate, of $50. It's a 45-minute session, coaching session on whatever topic you're wanting to work through in terms of, what if there's blocks, or, if you're wanting to move forward with something, or moving through some emotions, or so I have one more space available for that. That's what's on my Instagram right now. I'll put a link here for that if anyone is interested in snagging that. Um, my clockwork tea reading is open, and it's 3 months, October through December, kind of predictive reading where we're looking at the grand tableau of these last 3 months of the year to do some planning, to do some manifesting, to tell you kind of what's coming down the pipeline, um, giving you some information on like the energy for the 3 months. And there's a part where we look at the shine, the shade, the suggestion, for each of the months. So that is open as well. Um, let's see. Um, I think those are the only. Oh, Terrapalooza. Yes, I will be speaking at Terrapalooza the 15th of October. I will be doing my Root and Rise presentation and talking about the birth chart and how our IC and our MC really give us information on self care and how we show up in the world. So I will be doing the Terrapalooza thing. If you guys are interested, I'll drop a link for that as well. Um, the discounted rate is happening now. Like I said, I have one session left. Um, and I'm trying to get them done within the next 2 weeks. So yeah. But I think that's all I have going on right now with
Cool.
me. So yeah.
So I just posted the next Psychic Shenanigan on the 17th. There's a link there. You can go and click, add yourself to it. You can even add it to your calendar so you don't miss it or forget it. And as always, we always love to say, you know what? One of the best ways to support any content creator like we're doing here is like us, is share. But if you also want to do any financial supporting, I put my Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal gratuity tip jar up there. But also I put my World Divination Dream Interpretation class and World Divination Animal Communication class, as well as my Numerology for Everyday Life from Ethany Dawn's Tarot Summer School. She did recently open the vaults. I know V, you were on that as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I know a few people got that class at a discounted rate, but that's been done for a week. I tried to do as much automatic posting while I was gone because I was on, didn't know if I was going to have good Wi-Fi or not. But there's all the stuff. And I put my spread store if you want to get a spread reading. I know we've got a full moon coming up, I think a week from today. So you can get your full moon releasing spread. You could also easily go to my Instagram. It's in my store on Instagram. I finally started using Instagram store. So
Oh,
all these products, I've got these products there now. So, and you can see V's red light reading clockwork T and her PayPal gratuity tip jar there as well. So thanks for hanging out with us.
I'm still typing things. I'm sorry. This is
Yeah,
for
that's all
Terrapalooza.
right. And we'll definitely be back in 2 weeks. If not, if you click, you're going to attend the event. Then if we do make any changes, you'll get that notification if we do need to change it. Because the last 2 weeks ago I was still on vacation. Before that, we were both taking some much needed self care time, which is just, you know what, we've got to practice what we preach. We really, 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 really do. So I think that's so important. Let's see, Diane, you said by when are you giving that discount rate? Oh, V, did you answer that?
Yep, it's open now. So I put the link there. The paypal.me/VReaders/50 is for the intuitive coaching session. I will get an email and then I can email you back with the information to set up daytime and stuff like that. Um, and then the last PayPal, there's Terrapalooza there if you're interested in checking that out. And the last one is for a tip, should you decide to use that. So,
And Polo, glad you made it as well. And Sharon, thank you so much. We both, we both individually work hard on who we are and our energy and our shadow, our stuff.
always.
And I think this is probably one reason why V and I get along so well is I think we're both just, we're living in our truth as much as we can. Um, and I think we probably both lived in so many places of not truth.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's kind of like I went on vacation. I came back today, and I was literally driving in the car, like checking emails, doing this, and all of a sudden I went, and then I was stressing over I couldn't find a podcast to listen to, and I was like, Mitchell, put the phone down and just
Just
enjoy the moment. It's like when you've the way I love to say it is when you've been living in a house of shit, you don't even know it smells anymore until you go out of it and you come back a day later. You're like, oh my God, why does it stink? That's what vacations do for me. I come back from a vacation, I'm like, ooh, it's not that I can't handle the grind anymore. I don't want to. I mean, there's certain things that I do need to do, work,
Yeah.
etc. But how I operate within those things are, there's so much that's my choice. And I was putting the
Mhm.
stress on myself today to get things done. Because I remember halfway through the day, I was like, damn, I'm getting a lot done today. Then all of a sudden I was pushing myself to get either more done, or I was stressing over something little, like I said, like I couldn't. Where's the podcast? Which podcast is it? What should I do? Yeah, I'm like, whoa,
Yep.
slow down, Trigger. Oh,
Yep.
so cool. Thanks, Polo. Right, Trish? Facts, totally. Yeah, great way to put it. It is. It's like you get so used to it. You get so used to living in a big pile of poop that you don't know you're living in poop until you get out and go, oh my gosh.
That's like
Or
my son's room. Go ahead.
yeah, or another reason why I love vacationing in different cultures, you come back and you go, oh my gosh, you learn how you've been. We need to get rid of the sacred cows. Just because this is the way we've done it for years doesn't mean how we have to keep doing it. So this is something I learned years ago. Well, from Fabian, who loves to vacation. He's from a foreign country, but I remember when these co-workers, one was a Filipino, and she would be like, she would go for her yearly vacation. She'd be gone 4 weeks. In my mind, I'm like, how do you do that? And then the Lithuanian was like, we all do that. That's what we do. And then the Argentines like, yeah, we take a month off in the summertime and go on vacation. I'm like, we've got it so wrong.
That's how I felt about Ireland. Coming back and I was just like,
Yes.
there's first off, it's too crowded here. Like that's how I felt coming home. Like it's too crowded here. Like I want more space, more green, more sky, more everything.
We're
So
sitting in a restaurant at the airport yesterday, and it was so funny because I was about to take up a table next to us with our chairs, with our bags, and he goes, "No, put them here in case somebody needs to sit there," because it was kind of crowded. And at one point, we're eating or about to eat, and I look up, and there are these two older gray-haired gentlemen, and they're looking around. All of a sudden, I say like this, and they came over and sat down. And at first, I thought they were a couple, but they weren't, because they each said wife. But where are they from? Northern Ireland. They
I
were
love it.
one was like a pharmacist, and the other was a huge, big time mushroom grower.
Nice.
Like I could you could by the way he spoke, I'm like, oh damn, this is for like he was probably a very wealthy man, kind of a
Hmm.
thing. And they were probably like 65 and 60s. And
I
of course
love it.
Fabian's like, where should we go in Ireland? We're thinking about doing a cruise. They're like, don't do a cruise. You just need to plop yourself down. It's a small country. You can spend 10 days driving around, stopping at different villages and
Yep.
pubs, and of course I clarified, when you say pub you mean restaurant, right? Not just It's not just a bar. And they just started talking about how in the last 5 years the food has become so amazing there because they're very self-sustained. It's very green. Everything is produced in country.
Yep.
So it was a neat conversation.
Man, I want to go back.
Yeah. And of course, I started showing him. I know this is weird, but look at I take pictures of mushrooms, and the pharmacist guy, he's like, "Oh my gosh, I thought I was weird that I took pictures of mushrooms." I'm like, "They're gorgeous. Look at them." And he's like, "I know. You're preaching to the choir here."
Yeah.
So it was funny. Oh, Trish, which is Trish is like, "We're a shithole country." Um, I'm not going to deny it. Um, I will say this: it's good to travel. It's good to learn. It's
Hmm.
good to think for yourself. That's what I will say about that.
Absolutely.
Oh, all right. So I think I'm done. So thank you, V, for being with me, and it's good to see your smiling face. And thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging with us. I will say the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me sees and recognizes the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in you. Namaste.
And I say namaste. See you
Have a
guys.
good night, good day, wherever you are. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.